So we have got two of the hottest bikes talked about at the moment. So we've got the AmFlow PL Carbon Pro and the Whyte Evo Stag. So we're going to ride these back to back today and find out which we think is the better bike. So we'll take the GoPro, go and do a few laps of the same track on the hill, and yeah, give them a good old test out. So I'm going to tilt this down a second so you can see more of the handlebars. At the moment, just jumped on the AmFlow Pro. You've got this amazing little TCU screen down here. Initially impressive is literally just in the trail mode is the amount of power on offer is unbelievable. Feels like riding the Bosch CX motor in boost. It really is that quick. So yeah, certainly covering the ground on the push-up track here. Let's take it up to boost. It's like a different sport. And we're doing kind of 20 kilometers an hour up a fairly steep climb. We are around there, hairpin on the push-up. Literally, boom, gone. Yeah, this motor is very, very impressive. You're not going to want for power. So here we are at the top of Twisted Sister. Chosen this descent because actually the conditions have been pretty wet over the last couple of weeks, and yeah, this trail rides pretty consistently regardless of whether it's wet or dry. Really well built trail. If you haven't ridden it at the Forest of Dean, you should come down and give it a go. So let's go and give the AmFlow its first test going downhill. Here we go. This is impressive. I thought I'd notice the high bottom bracket a little bit more. I mean, it's not the steepest descent, but the bike does feel very, very, very good. A little bit slick and slippery from here. Through the berms for the first run. Man, you're there. There we go. Just a little rundown on the AmFlow. Impressed. Right, so back to the push-up track. This time we're on the Whyte Evo Stag. Oh, first thing I saw to jump off the AmFlow. The Bosch CX motor does feel a little underpowered. Hopefully there's going to be some updates coming which will give it a bit more torque and power, but then obviously it's going to have more of a drain on the battery. What is nice about the Whyte, a really good central riding position, so you immediately feel comfortable and at home on it. Nice deep seat angle, good position for climbing, and yeah, rising up. And what we're actually doing is we've got the Garmin on recording, so we can have a look at Strava segments later. Not that they're always the most accurate, but yeah, allows us to give a bit of an indication as to what we're feeling. what I'm feeling right now, certainly the legs are working quite a bit harder in boost than they were on that AmFlow. That motor, the support was incredibly impressive. See at the top. Can you imagine? Here we are now on the Whyte Evo Stag. One thing to note here is that this has got the WTB tyres on, the judges in the high grip, and they're so well dampened, they're phenomenal. Whereas the AmFlow has got an Assegai, here's still a really good tyre on, double D rear tyre on as well, just to be able to give it a little bit more impact protection. This, it's good fun. Got quite cut up in that corner, so the confidence take a slightly smoother line. There we go. Very slick conditions here today. Yep. There we go. Oh, that felt quite quick. What I will say is, you probably can see, the Whyte does come with some really nice finishing touches, like the Hope Tech 4 brakes, V4 brakes, great modulation, gives you loads of confidence, and it just feels really quite low slung, this bike. Core tips into the corners really nicely. So yeah, AmFlow definitely for the uphills. The Whyte definitely edges it for me so far on the descent after the first run, but let's do a few more and see how we get on. So we're back on the AmFlow bike. We come on over to one of probably the steepest climbs at the Forestian Cycle Centre. And I'm still only riding in the trail mode, and that's trail mode is like boost in the Bosch DX. I think when I've got up onto boost, it feels like my legs are trying to keep up with the pedals rather than my legs are pushing down on the pedals to generate power. At least with the trail mode, I feel like I have to work a little bit on this climb. So I said, very damp and loose conditions. Whew, there we are. Right, back to descending on the AmFlow. Very light and poppy. Come over to one of my favourite tracks on the hill, one I know very well. Ride it properly a couple of times a week. Just really good test on the corners, see where we can get the grip. And I said on the last ascent you can notice how the Whyte was lower slung, and that helped in the corners. This certainly doesn't corner bad. It's yeah. There we go. Wow. So I'm talking there, I was obviously concentrating a little bit, trying to keep the flow going. Can smell a little bit of burning brake. Can't be a bad thing. Right, switch over again, get back onto that Whyte Evo Stag and give that a smash down the same track. So we're back on that lovely steep climb, this time on the Whyte. I am in the boost mode on the CX motor, and I'm still definitely not going up the hill as quick as I was in trail on the AmFlow. So if riding uphill fast as you think, the AmFlow DJI definitely wins out over the Bosch in terms of outright power and uphill pace. Let's get across that track and smash out another downhill lap, see how they compare. So here we go. So conclusions. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with either of these bikes. They are both incredible riding bikes. For me, that motor on the AmFlow, the TCU unit, it's just so impressive. It really is next level what DJI have done with that motor, with that battery, the way that it rides, the feel. If it's all about out and out power for you, then the AmFlow's the one to choose. But from a descending perspective, Whyte just know how to build such a good bike around that motor. It's so low slung, mass is really well centered in between the two wheels, it corners like it's on rails, it really flatters your descending skills. So if you're out to be able to go and smash laps in down the hill, I'd be choosing the Whyte. If you're not so much about that and you think it's all about the power, the AmFlow's the one to go for. But you don't need to take my word for it. We've got both of these bikes as demo bikes at Pedal Syndicate. You can book them and ride them back to back. So you can book one bike and you'll get to ride both back to back, so you can kind of come and draw your own conclusions. So I want to head online, book the bike out and come and ride them and see which one's for you.